Alright guys, welcome to Noobs in Combat. I'm very eager to play this game. I don't think I've played this game in like a while, so I'm pretty sure I'm still in the tutorial. And yeah. So I've watched YouTubers play this, I've watched people play this, and it looks fun, so I'm going to give this game a shot and see if maybe this will be my secondary game I'll be playing. So we start off with this logistics instructor telling us what to do, and basically it's telling us that without fuel and ammo, our troops are useless. So we're going to use these supply trucks to help our people. So that's what I do. I get my scout cars, more fuel, and yeah, we start going on the offensive. But anyway, this is the tutorial, so I'm gonna just speed it up for y'all to make this game look a lot faster than it actually is. Okay, so this is where we win the second level in the tutorial. So, hooray! All right, so we get back to the main menu here, and if you see at the very top, there's 300 red coins, which I didn't notice, but they will actually become really important into further games. Okay, so we get into the artillery level, and it's definitely what I expected. We have artillery, and we're going to use said artillery. So yeah, I mean, just a recap of what we have to do. So the troops without ammo, as this artillery instructor is saying, we have to use radio units to fire the artillery. So they cannot attack without, riflemen providing them radio. Or, in a further game, you also can use scouting trucks, which was the card that I was using in the other one, besides the supply truck. Anyway, I'm going to speed this one up too, because, it's just the same
Copy
thing
724,
we're doing
right,
this time,
center
but
maintain
with
2724, right, center maintain
yeah.
2074.
Again, this is where we win the next level. All in all, the tutorial was pretty good. So this is when I actually noticed the fact that I'm getting these red coins. And yeah, now we're going into the guest rebellion. So, as we load into the Guest Rebellion, this is where we get our first thing of actually spawning in troops instead of having them pre-spawned in. As you can see, this ticks is our currency, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of that simple. So, basically, our objective here is to take out these 2 outposts that are outlined in the red. We have our own outposts that we must protect, and yeah. So, yeah, I'm just kind of going to speed this one up too because they're all kind of the same thing. Here's what I also want to mention is because the reason why the troops in the trees are surviving so many attacks is because trees actually give you a defensive buff, which I just thought I might want to point out. So it's kind of like forts, but more abundant. And yeah, these trees will also come in handy because they also protect you from being seen better instead of, just being like out in the open. So trees are kind of good, especially when it comes to a defensive position. Another thing I also wanted to mention is when you capture a supply depot, whatever you want to call it, or when you just have one, you can use them to heal your troops, which is overpowered because you don't always need to have a supply guy protecting your units. So that's just something I also wanted to state. And yeah, so now we're kind of just encircling on the position. And these mini-gunner units, they are broken. These guys deal super high amounts of damage and don't really get taken out that easily in Fort. So yeah, it was definitely scary, especially when we killed them and then more troops took their spot, which was annoying. And yeah. So we just encircle the position once again. And yeah, we just obliterate their but they still survive because, like I said before, forts give incredible defense. Like, it's not even funny. So yeah. So these guys take a lot of damage. So yeah, we have to keep healing and healing and rearming our troops with like ammo and stuff. I also don't know if y'all saw it, but supply wagons can also carry troops, which is definitely useful if you say you want to like move a troop from one side of the supply wagon to another, which I do use, or if you just want to transport a weak troop, which I also do use, without them getting too hurt in the process. Supply wagons they also have their own ammo. And another thing that's really broken is supply depots. They have infinite rates, I guess you could say. So they can infinitely heal any of your units. So, we finally killed the people in the fort. And we celebrate by surrounding the other base. So, yeah, I'm just killing everybody who has no more ammo and moving everybody to their respective position to take this supply depot. And yeah, we can't take it yet, but now we can. And this will be another victory. You can also see how our troops are getting leveled up, or they just get XP, which are used to get more modern, I guess you could say, variants of your said troop. I still haven't figured out what those red coins are used for, but I eventually understand it. But, you know, what can you say? So here is another one where this time we're actually defending instead of just going on the attack or defending and then attacking. We're just defending, which I actually kind of like that. It makes the game a lot more different compared to just always attacking someone or something. So yeah, same strategy. 3 infantry, 1 supply guy. And this time we actually have some minigunner guys in the trees. So I definitely take advantage with how many ticks I'm making and how many troops I have to get a quick lead. And as you can see, I'm trying to get all my troops in the trees since they get a defensive bonus. And you kind of always want to have a defensive bonus, as, you know, I mean, it's a defensive bonus, and it doesn't lower the attack, so it's really a win-win. Another thing that you are going to find out in this game is that some units have a different type of attack instead of just you click their weapon. You know, like for the infantry case, you click the blue musket-looking thing. Instead of that, some units attack automatically, like this, like these minigunners. And when a troop reaches their territory, either they will fire either way. And this is when I kind of got tricked, and I started pushing my troops out. Because I was sitting here thinking that we were going to go on the attack and then, you know, defend and attack at the same time, which is not what we were supposed to be doing. And if you look at the objective, it says I cannot lose my only headquarters, so I can't lose my fort. And then it says I have to survive for 8 turns, which just means without them taking my base. Which is great. My minigunner over there is getting absolutely obliterated. But over here we are surviving, and if you do notice that whenever your troop gets a star, that means that they're going to kill said enemy. So I re-heal my minigunner over there because I kind of don't want them to die. And right now it's looking like we're getting encircled, but I'm sending more and more troops up there to maybe try to but like I said, this is a holdout and not an offensive, and they just but even though that is true and they're just not stop spawning, it is turn 6, and unless these guys who were killed didn't die, then we were perfectly fine. So yeah, but I still didn't realize it's a holdout, so I'm kind of because they are quite just encircling my unit. as you can see, it's turn 7, and yeah, we are perfectly fine. Now that I'm looking at it from the actual point of view you're supposed to be seeing it from. Yeah, we were perfectly fine. And then, yeah, this is and, my guy fires a last, shot to be like, hey, get away from me. And we ended up saving him, kind of. For a good position for him to escape from if he had to. And, yeah. Me personally, I probably should have just instantly ended my turn since I was going to win anyway. But I kept on spawning more troops and, like, it was going to keep going, which it most certainly wasn't. And then I finally skipped again. And, yeah, now it goes to turn 9. And, yeah. So, as you can see, I have to survive for 4 minutes. 3 more turns. So, yeah, the fight's going to keep going. And, it's really not going to stop till those turns end. So I'm just trying to fight till my last breath, basically. I'm quite literally just fending off. Just trying to make sure no one gets past this area because, if this area falls, then I'll certainly do. Over here, it's kind of like I kind of gave up on it. These people are going to die. And, yeah, now I'm really scared because now I have no troops stopping all those troops from pouring in and killing me. And my front lines died over here. So, yeah, I am panicking. I still have to survive 2 more turns, even though I don't know I have to survive 2 more turns. And I'm just trying every ability I know to not die. And it's working until I skip the next turn and then, everything stops working. Because then a whole nother win comes. This minigunner. And then, now I'm thinking to myself, I'm doomed, it's over. Gonna have to restart. Hasn't even been 5 levels. Well, it has been 5 yellows. Why am I saying yellows? Yeah, it's only been 5 levels, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to restart. But if you see it, it says I have to survive this turn, which is this turn. So, yeah, I was perfectly fine. As long as I just keep sacrificing my men to die in the front lines, I'd be fine. And then finally ended the turn. They have 1 more turn to get something done. They don't have enough power to end this turn, and it's really just... And, yeah, we won. So, after that win, I'm just celebrating. I'm like, yeah, I did it. I'm also kind of confused still. And this is when we do the final level. Called, pretty sure it said Attack on Guest Town. But, yeah. So, now we're doing an offensive push against the guests. And, yeah, the map's looking pretty big. Very big. And, well, you will see how crazy this level gets. So we start off with those troops saying it's about time we helping them. And, yeah, these troops are going to act on their own. They do not listen to me. I only need these troops. And then I get jump scared by people actually being in this fort, which I did not expect. And this is when we get saved because let's just say Tanky Boys are overpowered. So the tanky boys are like the minigun boys, as they don't attack like on my turn. They attack on the enemy's turn, which is fair enough, I guess. So I'm seeing a tank. Any unit that is not on my team, like at the very beginning of my turn or at the end of my turn. So yeah, you know, it's kind of crazy to think about that, but this front line is like non-existent, and if you look, you're getting back once again, and I am. But anyway, I'm just going to start skipping ahead till they start becoming scary again. Yeah, here's where things started getting scary, because this is when we started getting sheer power of the TANK, or tank. Yeah, tanks are broken in this game without any form of explosives, which we don't get for a while. But yeah, this doesn't really go well for the enemy, as I mean, they try, but they don't try hard enough, and yeah, we kind of cook them. So yeah, don't get me wrong, they start pushing us back really well. They just don't have what it takes to stop us, you know. So yeah, our troops are crazy, destroying these tanks. And yeah, so it's turn 10, and we have to survive this turn, and well, I think y'all know how this goes. Send my troops in, deploy more troops. Send my troops in and deploy more troops. I mean, it's just that simple. So yeah, after moving my troops to get in the perfect position, I skip turn. It's their turn. They moved it, but they are not able to capture. And well, yeah, we officially won. So this was part 1, and yeah, I hope y'all like part 1, and part 2 will be coming soon.